Hi, I'm Hannah Garretts, and this is my video presentation on cultural competence in regards to education. First and foremost, I acknowledge the large need for cultural competence and its significance in the lives of the students that walk into the classroom each day. I love how the video we watched explained cultural competence in terms of honoring a student's culture, views of the world, and value systems. That we as educators have a moral obligation to be culturally competent in our teaching and guidance to those children. I think being a culturally competent educator signifies that one is aware of the diversity themselves and others in the classroom are going to experience. They will undergo combating any forms of stereotypes in their class environment and be an advocate for social justice. For example, a teacher will be aware of the natural privilege of some students, and it is in their best interest and that of others to keep the learning environment equal and just. Therefore, everyone has the ability to develop academically and are given opportunities to grow and explore their interests. I think that with my given characteristics, I fall under cultural competence in the cultural competency continuum chart because I have a big passion in advocating for social and economic justice. I value the diversity of individuals and see it as a strength we have that should be recognized, accepted, and discussed more often. I acknowledge that there are dissimilarities among students in the classroom and understand how to approach some of those diversities that bring inequities in real-world settings. I would conclude that I am aware of my bias, privilege, and attempts at inclusiveness with others from different cultural and ethnic backgrounds, but I could take it a step further to become more culturally proficient by becoming more proactive in my thought processes and implementing those shifts in perspectives through active practices. I feel that I am welcoming towards others and give off an engaging attitude that encourages discussion and integration to grow my perspectives in hopes of bringing more equal education to children. A specific controversial topic that will come up and be an element in K-12 education is how one is going to approach the topic of dress code and what is deemed acceptable or not. Being able to follow this according to what is set for the school, but also being respectful of students' different attire based on their cultures. To get to the next step of deepening my cultural competence, I believe that I must get outside of my own comfort zone and put myself in the place of others who are different from me in various aspects. I can continually educate myself even more on some of the experiences I may not understand or have not encountered myself. For example, going to a local grocery store in my students' neighborhood or exploring their nearby park to get to know the community more and get more involved. In the future, my classroom will exhibit cultural inclusivity through acknowledging each student's backgrounds by celebrating the different cultures and implementing those into lessons or activities where students can explore their differences and feel seen and accepted by their peers. To add to this idea, this may look like incorporating different cultural norms and holidays into curriculum standards to raise more awareness of their lifestyles, values, and celebrations amongst the diverse student body. Some specific resources and tools that I could use to grow my knowledge and expand my perspectives are doing an anonymous survey to get feedback from students to ensure they feel safe, are receiving the material effectively, and to see if I need to make any adjustments to my instructional strategies. Having mental check-ins with students is helpful in providing an atmosphere that reflects openness and allowing children to feel less isolated and more included regardless of their background. Another great tool to grow in this would be mentorship with teachers that might have different teaching experiences than me, and that can give wisdom in how to handle controversy and differences among students that come up. I will ensure that I am both respecting and supporting students as individuals with other beliefs that don't coincide with my own by meeting them where they are at, through placing my own opinions and beliefs aside to encourage them however they need and provide a safe space where they can voice their concerns. It is helpful to know that my faith is a foundation, and as a Christian that my first priority is to be loving and kind no matter the differences, that I will always approach with compassion and empathy. I believe that cultural competency is something that can always be explored and grown upon and is greatly influential in the success of students. Thanks for listening to my reflection on cultural competency.